Hello, Reese. Hello, Mackenzie. Hello, Mason. Hello, Maggie. Today with Grandpa, I just kind of want to talk about something that's on my mind. We know that we got that germ outside, and we're all got to stay inside. We can't go out and see our friends, and it's going to be tough for a couple of weeks, but it will pass. We just got to get through it. I can't help but notice that over time we run out of things. And when we run out of things, then we think that we can just run up to the store and get them like we used to, but we can't anymore. So we've got to kind of look after things that we have and sometimes use things over again or use them again in a different way. So today's Grandpa's just going to show you some examples how you can do use things over again. Like, here's my picture of my blue hippo. An idea might be that when you're coloring, use both sides of the paper. You see? All these, there's my practicing, and there's this and that, and more practicing, and a backside, and there's my little angry rooster. And when you're drawing, um, don't waste that paper. If you got to just draw a little bit in one corner, then do that, and a little bit in this corner, and don't forget just to turn it over and use the backside. Another thing is that if you lose stuff, you can't find them till you think that you need them. So here's a thing: Grandpa keeps all of his marking pens in one little bucket, so that when I'm looking for the green felt marker, I know where it is. And then I keep it in there every time I put it down. It won't get lost, because if it get lost, I think I don't have it anymore. Nope, it's right in there. I'll give you a couple more examples. Here's another. Nanny loves popsicles. I buy her popsicles. Over a period of time, I save the popsicle sticks. I save them in this jar, and then whenever I need one to mix something, especially like Grandpa's paints, and you know how we mix paints, I use this popsicle. Well, then I do throw it away. I don't clean it and save it, although I could, but I might throw it away then, but I didn't waste it. I actually got two uses out of it instead of just one. Little example, Grandpa's paint cups. Instead of just throwing them away, I do wash them out as best I can. But there's really no reason why I can't use this again. Sometimes I'll use the same kind of colors, like this one's got yellowish gold in it, and so I just use it again. I wash it out, I dump it out, but hey, I've got them, so I don't run out of them. And here's Grandpa's compost bin. Now you can't all have one of these, and maybe not much reason to, but I'm just showing you that this is another way that I take food scraps. I put them in this bucket here. I let them all let it compost. And when it gets done, I've taken my food scraps, instead of throwing them away, I've made food for my plants. Now this is kind of a big thing that maybe you won't be able to do, but this is just something that Grandpa does. In the summertime, Grandpa runs a line out the window and over to a rain barrel, and when it rains, the rain collects into that barrel. It goes down that pipe into this pipe, and then I send it down that pipe, and I could take it right into my sink, so I can use the free rainwater to do my cleaning up and washing up in this downstairs sink, and I don't have to pay the city for my water. Here's another way that Nanny and Grandpa save time and money and won't have to go to the store as much. This is called the freezer. Now, again, not everybody has one, but this freezer lets us take food from the store and put it into here so that it will keep good. It won't go bad. And then whenever we need it, we pull it out of here, defrost it, cook it up, and eat it up. Grandpa and Nanny spent a lot of time with bottled water. But sometimes, just to save that money and time, Grandpa will take an empty bottle, because we really like these. They travel with us. We put my lid on them. Water stays inside and fill it up. Grandpa will use this filter machine that helps clean the water. And sure enough, he just fills up and this one's got a G for Grandpa. This one here's got one for Nanny, N for Nanny. And I'll put that in the refrigerator. We'll use them a couple of times. We especially like to take them along when we're going on to a hiking trip. Here's a couple more that I'll fill up very soon. And here's one that doesn't have a lid, but it's got some water in it. You know what? I saved that water. You know why? I take this water and I put it into the plants around the house to water them. Here's another thing. Paper towel. Paper towel just seems to be disappearing all the time. We're out of paper towel. Oh, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do what I did before there was paper towels. Just use a towel, a cloth towel. Many times that's all you need to do is have a regular towel to dry things off, dry your hands off with. So, yeah, you might still have paper towel, but think about it. Try to not use it when you don't really have to. Here's an idea, especially now when there's that germ outside. And we want to keep that germ away from us and away from the family. And sometimes it's really hard to do that. We've got to kind of kill the germ. If it does get inside, to be prepared or sanitize and clean things. Grandpa's got this little plastic container, and he's got this nice clean rag in it, and he's poured a thing called alcohol on it, and he's got it damp, and he leaves it in here, and then whenever he wants, he just wipes down the counters, and then puts it in here, and then puts the lid on tight, and sure enough, all the good germ killing stuff stays on the inside. I've got this wiping off the counter to sanitize it. I've got this for a lot more use than just one wipe and throw it away. Now this example is, well, kind of extreme. It's just something Grandpa does too. When newspapers and mail come into my house, I take them and get them all wet, and I send them through this machine right here, and the help with this clamp here, which happens to be Aunt Erin's, matter of fact, to let you know, heads up, I still have this, and thank you, and I'll get it back to you. I make these little paper logs. And I take these paper logs, and you know, Grandpa and Nanny has got 3 fireplaces, and well, some days when it's I want to add some extra heat into the house, I burn these, or I'll take my boxes from Amazon, and I'll break them down, and I'll get them wet, and I'll roll them up like this, and well, guess what? Paper's made out of wood, and wood is what we use to burn in the fireplace, so hey, it's just free wood to me. Here's something else you can be doing. If you're old enough to reach the light switch, when you leave the room, turn the lights off. You know, reason to have lights on in a room that you're not in there, is there? And another thing you can do is, well, you can buy extra stuff. Sometimes you go to the store and there's like a good price, and so you can buy some extra stuff, and over a period of time I keep them in this pantry. I've got some dry goods and just some things that we do normally eat, and so every once in a while I'll come down here and grab what we have, because I know it's down here and it's already here. I don't have to go to the store. I think I'm going to have some soup. So what I'm really talking about today is that let's just not waste things. Let's make sure that we get a use of them. And food can be one of them too. Now, when your parents give you your meal, you should eat it all. Sometimes we get full and we can't eat it all, and I understand that. But you should save that food maybe and put it into a container and save it in the refrigerator for another time. Or if you only got 1 or 2 more bites, eat the 1 or 2 more bites. Nanny and Grandpa love you. We miss you, and we hope to see you soon. I got to get this soup up to Nanny. Bye.